And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back from that short break. We hope you had a great time because we had an insane series and we are about to have another. We are returning here with WTL day number 3 and we have our second elimination match. But before we get into this match, I'm no longer joined by the Asher Bro. I'm joined by the casting jersey herself. Welcome, Kuro.
Hello there. Yeah, I am replacing Asher. I'm already scared. How that's gonna go? That's a very high ask.
It's I'm not gonna say anything.
No, don't. Just don't.
I'm not gonna touch that one. Hi. I'll be thinking of.
I did want to say that I actually watched the same Romeo and Juliet movie also at school. So there's something about the schools we went to.
Yeah. We have that connection. But speaking of connection, we are diving into our first matchup here in the top left-hand corner of Team ABYDOS. We have Kuro.
And in the bottom right corner of Dragon's Case, we have the player from Team Starcom, Wayne.
And here we go. We just saw Platinum Heroes with the insane upset. They were able to eliminate Mystery Gaming and move forward as a surviving team here in the lower bracket of WTL Code A. But now we have another elimination match. And I don't know what to say anymore because ABYDOS, just like Mystery Gaming, they're the favorite. They're supposed to win. They should win. But will they?
I mean, we are already in the losers bracket in the first place. Like, nobody expected them to be here, like, to even get to the lower bracket, but here we are. So we'll see if we can take it, like, bring it back, you know, to the level that is expected of them, to put it that way.
Definitely. Well, already there's a bit of a difference. Both Asher and I, we didn't mention it, but both Mystery Gaming and ABYDOS have fielded their S roster this time. Mystery Gaming fielded Classic, who wasn't fielded yesterday. Meanwhile, ABYDOS have fielded Kuro, who wasn't fielded yesterday.
Yeah, and Kuro we are seeing right now, but we'll see how this game goes so far. Nothing too aggressive.
Yeah, this is going to be a banger of a matchup because Wayne, by far, is the ace player for Team Starcom. And Kuro is one of the best Terrans in the entire world. He's up there as one of the Koreans, sometimes overshadowed by your Maru, by your Oliveira, by your Byeon at times as well. But Kuro is still a terrifying titan in the Korean scene.
Yeah, I feel like Kuro is like always that overlooked player where like he's always like there at the top, but most people don't remember that he's there.
Yeah, like everyone, when they think of the Terrans in Korea, they think of the Four Horsemen. You know, they think of Maru, they think of Innovation, they think of TY, and they think of Byeon. And then like Gumiho just under that. And yeah, because of that, you know, Kuro is of course a very established player. You know, he did quite well for himself last year in GSL as well. But how will he perform here against Wayne? Because Wayne, he's a little bit more unpredictable. He is straight up one of the best Zerg players in Europe, and this is going to be a good matchup. I love it.
We'll see how it goes, because so far both players, you know, just going through the builds, just Wayne just getting his third base, Kuro just, you know, progressing with his build, getting that third CC before Starport, but, you know, nothing too explosive so far.
Yeah, very fast CC there from Kuro. It is before Starport, but even before his own natural and even own factory finished building there. So, yeah, Kuro being very greedy, being very economic here. To pull this off, of course, he is going to be actually setting up with a 3CC 2-1-1.
Yes, indeed.
I
can't tell you much.
This opener, as we do see the second racks in the production. We haven't seen it yet in the main, but it's there. I promise you. There we go. There's the second rack. So this is something that Kuro has been whipping out quite a bit here in a lot of these ZVT matchups. He does it quite often in a best of series. It's really interesting. I remember myself and Asher were theorizing as to why it's the case, and yeah, Kuro just seems to enjoy going for this more economic variation of 2-1-1. It does make it weaker overall. But, you know, he will be able to play around with some Marines. As of course we are getting into this. Meanwhile, from the side of Wayne, everything's looking quite normal. You know, we have a hatch gas pool opener, third base is taking on time as well. Ooh, but you know what? I spoke too soon because we have a Roach Warren thrown down here for Wayne. Very fast Roach Warren, actually, hidden in the natural base, but for the time being, it has not been scouted. Kuro hasn't been able to find his way in there. His Hellions for the time being just rotating around looking for a way in. It looks like, oh, they try to dive through the Queens, but Wayne has done a great job at keeping up with this. And this is going to be interesting because the power of a 1-1-1 is, of course, you do gain access to Banshees typically, you know, with a 3cc opener. And Banshees can do quite well to shut down any kind of Roach aggression, to be honest. But without access to Banshees, when we're only working with Marines with Stim, I mean, tanks are going to be delayed. Banshees are going to be delayed. Like there's going to be so much delayed tech here. There's a lot of potential for damage for Wayne.
Yeah, definitely. And so far, Kuro is on the map fishing for some damage, but there are a lot of queens already spreading the creep and making sure the bases are not in danger.
Yeah, definitely. So far, just keeping an eye on that creep, just keeping up with the queen rotation of Wayne. And meanwhile, here we go. The 2-1-1 is upon us. It's rushing across the map. I don't believe Wayne was even able to scout the main base, so this is going to come as a bit of a surprise to him. Oh, he's in the middle of droning. It's possible that Wayne may not even have enough to defend against this.
Yeah, I don't think he knew he was getting his spores and stuff, probably expecting something like a Banshee, but instead, the Marines are already at his door.
Yeah, so the 2-on-1 catching him a little bit off guard, but the Queens and Roaches are going to be able to force him back. At the same time, the Lynx go for a run by 4 SCVs go down. Not too bad at all here for Wayne.
Yeah, definitely not bad. And it also gives him a little bit more time to prepare as Kuro was busy defending that. I mean, he still has only few Roaches, but, you know, he's working on it.
Yeah, what's also important is the Roaches have been scattered. It looks like Wayne is going to be looking to go for a 1-1 timing. We do have +1 range and Carapace on the way. At the same time, the Hellions are looking for some damage, but no, the Queens are able to keep up. Drop into the main, but likewise, the Queens and Roaches are not too far behind, but we still lose some drones.
Yeah, 4 drones total, so nicely done for Kuro, even despite all this defense, but these Hellions diving in, ooh, they barely didn't get like the huge shot off, but still, 8 drones fall.
Yeah, exactly. This is the power of the 3cc 2-on-1. We have Hellions and the double medevac drop as well, poking and prodding on both ends of the map, and Wayne is having a hard time keeping up again because of his tech of choice. Roaches are quite slow, they're quite clunky. It's difficult to keep up with all this aggression.
Yeah, but he also has a lot of queens, so he can spread his army a bit to manage the different fronts, but once again, the double drop is here.
Yeah, but the Roaches dive on it immediately. They have to be a little bit careful that the Marines are able to stim on forward and overwhelm what few Roaches there were. The Queen goes down as well. Oh my god, this drop doing quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely nice damage from Kuro, but at the same time, I just wonder if this damage is enough. Like, what is the plan behind all of this?
Yeah, I mean, Kuro's macroing back at home. You know, he's going to be working on 1-1 soon afterwards. Nice target firing. 1-2 Ravagers go down. This is huge because, again, Wayne, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to drone. He wants to hit a 1-1 timing with pure Roach Ravager. He wants to go across the map, but every Roach and every Ravager he loses makes his push that much weaker.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Kuro is doing a great job, like, just shaving off the units from the army, and by the time these upgrades will be finished, like, this army won't be as scary anymore.
Yeah, and here we go. Wayne is sending everything across the map. Roach Ravager Ling is all we have to see. 57 drones is where we are stopping. We do have a tank, I believe. There we go. We have 2 tanks at the natural. We have 3 tanks at the natural. There's no way to break that natural. 4 tanks. Oh my god. And Kuro evacuates the 3rd.
Yeah, all the tanks. The wall is up. Like, I don't think you're getting in there. I mean, Ravagers will definitely help as you can snipe some of these tanks, but at the same time, most of the army will probably be dead by then.
Yeah, exactly. And Wayne is going to have to settle for just containing Kuro to 2 bases. Which, I mean, this would be a good time to start droning here. Like, Wayne doesn't have to go all in. It would be a bad choice to try and push up the ramp into 5 tanks. That's a lot of tanks. So he has to back off instead. And we should be seeing droning momentarily. For the time being, we actually have Burrow and Tunneling Claws on the way.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any drones. Like, I think he may just want to try.
Oh, no, there we go.
Okay,
5
okay.
drones are on the way, so he is going to be looking to transition. You know, forcing his opponent onto 2-base economy is nice damage, and now Kuro is more exposed. Now he's out in the open. Now Wayne has a chance to maybe break this, but there's still a lot of tanks. It's still a difficult position to break.
Yeah, that said, all these tanks are always siege very close to each other, so with some good buys. Good for a sniper.
Yeah. He definitely could, but here we go. Kuro, he's done defending. It is time to be on the offense. He's moving out across the map with his massive army. He is up in army supply right now. He sieges!
He sieges and the army is all in range, so a lot of these roaches and ravages will fall down. The marines are chasing after them as well.
Oh, they really are. 2 tanks did go down, but look at the bio army, and without any banelings, honestly, even without tanks, Kuro can push on forward.
Yeah, nice splits from the bios as well, and there's just so much bio here.
There really is. The bios are going to be kind of connecting. They're going to be slowing down that push. But, oh my god, as long as we're able to dodge these bios, Kuro, there's not much to stop him. He does lose a medevac, but he's falling back to his tanks.
Yeah, he definitely should, because, I mean, the bio is nice, but it's just bio, and eventually it's gonna run out of its use while the roach army still stands. But with the support of the tanks, like, this is a really strong army.
Yeah, and look at that tank spread as well. Finally, the tanks are here to support. Nice biles here from Wayne. They are going to connect. Can he push on through as, oh, his hatchery is going to get focused down.
Yeah, hatchery gets focused down, the drones have to be evacuated, and Wayne will be losing this base, and now that puts him on 3 hatcheries total.
Yeah, it does. Well, we do see a bit of a counterattack. Now that we have Tunneling Claws and Burrow, we do see some roaches being sent across the map, which is nice, but at the same time, can Wayne stop the main army?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he will be able to hold the front, but so far he's alive. He's alive, he's not dead yet. But this will definitely be difficult, and with the scans, the roaches are slowly getting cleaned up. There's even a turret on the front.
Ooh, yeah, the roaches are being cleaned up, as you were saying. Nice biles are going to be connecting on some of these marauders as he's powering on forward here, focusing on whatever ravagers he can. But Wayne, he is looking to pull the trigger. I say pull the trigger, he just keeps trying to go for these biles. He does get 12 SCV kills.
Yeah, definitely the harassment is actually paying off despite there being turrets. Ooh, interesting move, going straight for the tanks.
Oh, let's go. He burrows under the army. He unburrows on top of the tanks. And with that, Wayne is going to be able to break this siege position.
Yeah, when Kuro's busy dealing with the burrow roaches on his side of the map, like, Wayne used the situation and burrowed right into the tanks. And yeah, he cleans up the army.
Yeah, but Wayne still feels pretty committed. He's only just still trying to get his 4th base up and running. We do see a triple drop into the main base of Wayne. Instead, he's focusing on his push. How many tanks are there in position to defend this 3rd base?
Looks like there are a few, but they are in the back. There's still a lot of bio though, so this army is mostly Ravagers now as well.
Yeah, we can't afford to lose these Ravagers. Another Ravager is going to be going down. Meanwhile, the triple drop in the main base is pushing on forward. Reinforcements will be able to force this back, so Wayne will survive in his main, but he bleeds out a lot of Ravagers.
Yeah, but he doesn't. This bio is still chasing them across the map. Okay, this was an interesting bio.
Oh, yeah, as Wayne is still just pumping out nothing but roaches. I believe he now has 2-2, and hey, he's got 1 harassing roach in the main base, doing some damage. Wayne desperately trying to hold on to his 4th base. Finally, it is back up and running. But again, because of this composition, because of this style, Wayne has a really hard time dealing with drops because he just has very limited anti-air.
Yeah, and the drops are not stopping as Kuro is attacking from both sides, both in the main and on the 3rd base as well. There's a group of roaches behind the drop actually, which is kind of funny. Ooh, one of the medevac goes down, the other is in red health already.
Kuro was not looking, and here we go. The army is going for a big counterattack. There is 1 tank to defend, but it isn't in range here to deal too much damage to the Roach Ravager, so Wayne is going to be able to pick up a couple of SCVs. Oh, but he has to be careful not to let this army get on top of him.
Nice, putting the rocks on the ramp.
Yeah, it's going to make counterattacking from that angle a little bit more awkward. Meanwhile, Infestation Pit is on the way, and that's what we've been missing. Wayne, I think, is going to be looking to go... He's got options. He can either go straight into Infestors, or he can go into a Hive to get into Vipers.
Yeah, definitely. But for now, he's gonna keep putting pressure on Kuro, opening this choke point, but there is so much bio behind those rocks.
Oh, exactly. So much bio. We do see the Roach army try to push on forward. Nice Bile's going to be connecting on those tanks. Meanwhile, the 5th base is going to be forced to be cancelled, but the army of Kuro is getting on top of the Ravagers. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually a very close fight. The Bio is fighting with Ravagers quite trading off a lot, but now with the reinforcements coming, Cure takes it.
Yeah, GG gets called. Wayne was very committed, and losing Ravagers at that point of the game is just far too much damage. They are units that you have to preserve, you have to keep alive throughout the course of the game, and if you don't, then you have no longevity, you have no staying power. Cure takes the first game.
Yeah, GG to Cure. I mean, Kuro has been working on this win the entire game. Like he made sure to keep pressure on Wayne most of the time. There were constantly drops going on, constantly Hellion round by, so whatever else he could come up with.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was really just unlucky for Wayne to kind of match up against that kind of build. It was the 3cc 2-on-1 against the 4-minute Roach Warren, where Wayne was going hyper committed into these Roaches, and he just never had an opportunity to do anything with them because he thought it was a regular 1-1-1. He thought it was a regular 3cc 1-1-1, where he would have a little bit more freedom and a little bit more control on the map. So we both roll the dice a little bit, and Cure comes out ahead, and we got to see in full form what he can do with that opener. Give him 2 medevacs full of Marines and 4 Hellions, and he completely pulled Wayne apart.
That he did. And for our next map, we will be going to Ancient Cistern.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense for Wayne's map choice. It is a much larger map. It does mean that he's going to have a lot more room to work with, and I doubt we're going to be seeing a Roach heavy composition out of Wayne in game 2.
What about the 12 full?
No.
Not this time.
Yeah, if it's me or Micah, then 100%. 100% Bobby. But
who else was it who did it? There was another player.
Rilakuma.
Oh, Rilakuma
did it. Yeah. On Ancient Cistern. Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know if Wayne is a 12-fooler, to be honest. Clearly he's not. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have representing Team Starcom, Wayne.
Oh. And at the top right, representing ABYDOS, we have Cure.
Representing ABYDOS, we also have Cure, and we are getting into game number 2. Oh boy, we'll see how this all comes to a head. As Cure looking quite powerful in that first game, but again, I do kind of have to chop that up to the build orders overall and how they compare to each other. Again, Wayne came in with a lot of missing information. He made his choice, and it was an unfortunate one given the circumstances, given what Cure was up to. So I would love to see how they interact with each other in a much more even game.
Yeah, definitely. And I wonder if we will see it here as... No? Once again, we don't start with
yeah, we do have some pretty standard openers so far. We have a hatch gas pool being set up here from Wayne. Meanwhile, I guess our eyes are going to be on Cure because he's the one who's been mixing things up recently. Not just in that last game, but Cure has been prone to do some more aggressive things as well. You know, we've seen him mid-series whip out Hellbat Marauder pushes. We've seen him go even dabble a little bit in BC openers as well. Like, he's a very versatile player.
Okay, I am back. My setup is messing up so much with my mic. I was not expecting to cast VTL. that VTL. Can you hear me now?
Good. Yes, we can hear you now.
Because the stream could hear me, but you couldn't hear me.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
You were muted in Discord.
Yeah, I know. As I said, like my setup is being very confused right now.
Oh, okay. I don't want to make it sound like I was talking over Kuro, but like I was literally getting nothing from Kuro. Aye. Yeah. Now we're kind of getting into the swing of things. What were you saying?
No, nothing important.
No, okay. But yeah, we are getting into this for the time being. You know, the Reaper just going to be dancing here across the map. Standard opener, hatch gas pool from Wayne. We have our third base on the way. And once again, we have a 3CC from Kuro.
Okay. Do you think he's gonna go for something similar to what we saw last time? Or maybe, maybe he will go for some Banshees? Or
I don't think we're going to be seeing another 3CC 2-on-1. And there we have confirmation. It is going to be a 3CC Banshee setup as the starport is turned down instead of the second racks.
Okay. This Reaper is almost dead. He's at 4 HP.
Reaper is barely going to be able to escape here. Yeah, with just the observer just showing us as well the openings. We should be seeing an add-on swap again. If it's a standard opener, we should be seeing Cloak on the horizon as well. So yeah, everything's looking pretty normal from everyone involved.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see how this goes. There's actually a scout going around. Is that links? I guess those would be 2 links, right? Going like around the map instead of straight to the other base.
Yeah, they're going for a bit of a scout across the map, just to try and get an eye on what's going on here, which is pretty important, especially considering that Kuro did do something a little bit unorthodox last game. As there it is, Banshees are on the way, Cloak as well, so Kuro is going for a pretty standard setup, all things considered, and it's going to be on Wayne to make sure that these Hellions and Banshees don't get out of control.
Yeah, definitely. And so far, I mean, Cloak has just started. I don't think Wayne has any scout on the other side of the map.
Yeah, just the links that he sent earlier, so he hasn't really seen too much. I mean, he's fully aware of the Hellions, and upon seeing the Hellions, he should know that it's a 3CC 111. Behind this, we have our lair on the way here from Wayne. Bathing nest as well on the way, just so we can start bathing speed as soon as the lair does finish up. So again, the lair timing was quite normal. It should just be for Ling Bane. We'll see if he messes around with something else here, whether he goes for Hydras or Aspire. It's been a while since we've really seen kind of Ling Bane Muta kind of come out in force.
Yeah, definitely. But I guess we'll see if this is the case this time. I mean, Wayne is getting these spores. I feel like he gets these spores every game, just playing versus a Terran, just predicting the Banshees. And this time they will actually work out, but this time there's also many more Hellions than in the previous games.
Yeah, we do have that commitment into 6 to 8 Hellions here for Kuro. He's going to be clearing up a lot of this creep. He does see an opening to go towards the third base, but a quick Evo chamber from Wayne is going to lock him out.
Yeah, very nice Evo block there, but at the same time the Banshees are now going towards the main base, and I mean there should be a spore there, but are there any defenses?
Yeah, we do have a queen, but only a single queen. The Banshees are going to be diving on it. It is on its own, and the queen will go down.
Yeah, the queen goes down. The drones are starting to fall down as well. But Kuro is not focusing on this one as he's diving once again with the Hellions, and the Evos actually finish.
Oh, the Evo chambers do finish, and we see a full surround. The Hellions are going to be punished for diving on in, and Wayne only loses 4 drones for, 8 Hellions, so not a bad trade whatsoever for Wayne.
Yeah, the Banshees do survive, but one of them just barely as well, so... I mean... Oh, now we have a run by from Wayne as well, so the SCVs will be starting to fall, but with the Marines will try to help here, but there's actually so many links here.
Yeah, this is the downside of losing your Hellions. Now that they're gone, there's nothing stopping the links from rushing across the map. 6 SCVs get focused down. It's not going to be enough to kill the Marines and to take out the third, but very nice counter damage.
Yeah, honestly, I expected even more SCVs to fall, but I guess with some nice micro, Kuro was able to save a few. And I like how Wayne is actually using these Evos now. I mean, he got them anyway, might as well.
Yeah, I mean, we have 1-1 on the way, so we have a pretty standard setup from Wayne. He's going for a Hydra as well, so we have confirmation he is going to be going Lingbane Hydra. He's not going to be going Lingbane into Hive or anything like that, so... Yeah, this is pretty respectable overall. He's been able to get to a nice 73 drone count as well, so, yeah, we're getting into, like, a pretty stock standard ZVT, which is kind of what I wanted at least, you know. I felt like I got robbed a little bit last game just because Wayne, it felt like he was on the back foot, stuck with those roaches.
Yeah, I mean, on this map, definitely, much easier time getting his stuff out. And he gets some nice defense, but now it's time for Kuro to make his attack. But I think Wayne has enough forces to hold this.
Yeah, he has enough forces. He's going. I mean, we do see the tank sieging up in a pretty good position. Wayne is setting up us around, though.
Yeah, sneaking away with all these Banelings there. I mean, I'm not sure what Banelings will do against these tanks, but it's still an interesting idea, and we'll see if that works out as the Marines are actually starting to move into the base.
Yeah, and here we go. We have the full surround being set up here. The tanks are going to be going down, but the bio gets picked up and goes straight into the main.
The tanks were actually in a nice position, so it took a while before they were taken down. But yeah, Wayne now has to move everything into the main to defend from this drop, and defend he will. But at the same time, there's more coming.
Yeah, at the same time, we also have a Ling counterattack across the map as well, looking to maybe even, force a cancel on... Oh, that's a kill, not a cancel on the 4th CC. Very nicely done. Banelings aren't going to be able to make their way into any kind of mineral line. The defenses are solid for Kuro, but the kill in that 4th was huge.
Yeah, very nicely done. I mean, to be honest, I feel like those Banelings could have busted that wall and maybe give some more way for the Zerglings, but still a nice bit of damage for Wayne on that side.
Yeah, very nicely done. And now he's going to be looking to solidify himself on his side of the map. Kuro, a bit of a brutal supply block. 5 depots being made at a time. The Hydras are now out. And with these Hydras, now finally Wayne can clean up these medevacs.
Oh yeah, that he will. The Zerglings are stopping the bio and the medevacs have nowhere to go either. There is not a lot of creep towards Kuro's bases though, so these Hydras won't be all that fast. And actually they are in a bit of danger.
Yeah, the stutter stepping from Kuro was crazy. Despite all those lings, they all got shaved off. Very nice control from Kuro. And as a result, Wayne, he didn't really trade too well there. Did bleed out a lot of units.
That he did. At the same time, though, he is getting that hype, so we will see more tech from the side of the Zergs soon enough. But what does he want to do right now?
I mean, for the time being, is still Ling Bane Hydra. He should be working towards Vipers. That's going to be the next kind of big move from him to be able to break these siege positions. Adrenal Glands as well. If he wants to, we could try and also go into Ultras. He does have those melee upgrades that will benefit him.
That he doesn't. Once again, a surround on the Marines from the Zerglings. The Hydras are not here quite yet. There will be a few, but they won't be able to kill off these medivacs.
Yeah, the medics are going to be able to get the hell out of there, but Kuro hasn't been able to do too much. He hasn't really committed to any kind of major pushes in quite some time, but that's because his army is banking up back at home. You know, we have so many more tanks available. Marines and Marauders were waiting for our upgrades. 2-2 now finishing up for Kuro. 3-3 starting up as soon as he is able, and now he's pushing out across the map.
Yeah, Wayne is currently busy taking a lot of bases, but he should have some forces ready, although there is no creep on this side of the map.
Yeah, he didn't have a spotter in position. He didn't know that the army was coming, and Wayne was not ready for this. He's forced to cancel his base. He's setting up for a bit of a surround, though, but actually doesn't go for a surround. He goes for a counterattack.
Yeah, I guess we figured the surround will not work, so instead he goes for the reinforcements, and he will be able to get at least one tank.
Yeah, one tank is going to go down. The base is headed towards the 3rd base as well to get into the middle line, and he will!
Yeah, very nice split on the Banix there, and the Zerglings are getting into the Natura as well, so that puts Kuro on quite a bit of pressure, so now he decides it's his time to move in.
Yeah, exactly. Kuro has to do some damage right now. 8 workers have gone down, but he needs more than that. We do see Wayne only coming in from one angle, so not the best fight from Wayne, but the Banelings are trying to get on top of the Marines.
I mean, they do get quite a few connections, but a lot of them get sniped as well, and there's so much Terran army left over that I don't think he can hold this base.
Yeah, exactly. That was not the fight that Wayne was looking for. He could have given up this base and waited to just macro a little bit more. He spent so much supply across the map to harass. He needed more time, and he just went in a little bit prematurely. Now Wayne just doesn't have an army.
Yeah, the Vipers are here, but they can't really do much without the support on the ground, and yeah, like, there's just not enough in numbers. Kuro takes it.
GG gets called. Wayne, he was looking pretty good, to be honest. He was in all the mineral lines. He was harassing. But that last fight, he took it too soon. He threw his army away, and that triggered Kuro to just push forward, take out some bases, and win the game. Very solid play from Kuro. But Wayne, there were some sparks of brilliance there. he definitely was able to hold his own for quite some time in game 2 especially.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a solid game from Wayne, but it just the few engagement that he had like were really swung it into towards Cure, and in the end he was able to take this to all.
Yeah, exactly. So to be expected, to be fair, because Kure is, one of the best players in the world. But Wayne, sorry, wasn't looking too bad either. Unfortunately, not able to take a map. And now we are moving on in this series here to match number 2. It is going to be Nightmare versus Bratok.
Yes, indeed. And we'll be starting on Gressvan.
Also, do you know, is it Bratok or Bratok?
I have no idea. I always wondered about that. Like, why is there an okay at the end? Like,
yeah,
what
well,
was the idea?
Sometimes it's all one word, and then sometimes there's a space in between. So I don't know.
I feel like when there's no space, it's because you couldn't have the character.
Maybe.
That's what I would assume. Because from what I've seen, like, it usually has that space.
Fair enough. Regardless, we are getting ready here for our second matchup, and Nightmare, he's not necessarily as heavy of a hitter as, say, Cure or Creator, but he's still a pretty terrifying opponent. And we did recently have a show match that we casted here on the CranKy Ducklings between Nightmare and Special, and I think Nightmare won like 4-1. Like, Nightmare looked so dominant against Special, just to, like, I guess, get a feel for the power level here of Nightmare coming into this.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember because there was a clip that there were some nice disruptor shots as well.
Yeah, there were a lot of
Yeah.
Nightmare he was having fun. He was having fun in that series against Special in that best of 7. But oh boy, Bratok, is he comparable to Special? In some ways he is, but to be fair, because this is a prepared match, he can come in with something special. In the top left-hand corner, we have representing ABYDOS, Nightmare.
In the bottom right corner, representing Team Starcom, we have Bratok. Or Bratok.
So yeah, again, it's going to be on the underdog team, on Team Starcom, to come into this series prepared with something special in store for their opponents. We kind of saw that from Wayne. Game 1, he came in with that Roach-based kind of composition with that 1-1 timing that he tried to go for. Likewise, I expect something similar in Bratok.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely see something interesting like that. But for the time being, just, let's see what the players have in mind, because there are no proxies, no nothing. I'm disappointed. I'm casting and there's no cheese.
Smooch.
It used to be the tradition. It used to be the tradition that every time I cast, it would be cheesy. And what happened?
It's because it's been so long. You've lost your touch. And hey, it actually is going to be cheesy because off of one base, we have a 3-rack setup.
Oh, true.
I assume there's going to be a 3rd rack.
I mean, we see, I guess. There's a Marine, no Reaper.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be getting some 1-base play out of Bratok. He does fully wall off the ramp, so Nightmare is not going to be able to get into the main base. He doesn't know whether or not there's even a CC, because in all fairness, there could be a CC on the high ground getting ready to be floated down to expand.
Yeah, what does he think when he sees that Marine, though? Not the Reaper. He's scouting. Yeah, see? He's already worried. He's scouting the map.
Yeah, and there is that 3rd rack. So it is a 1-base 3-rack setup here. This can hit very hard. This can hit very powerfully. And speaking of hard and powerful, shout out to Doyo, TGI Fridays, Rio, and Hypergriff.
Oh, my stream lagged showing the logos. Oh.
Yeah, the logos are too powerful. And here we go. We have Concussive Shell on the way. We have Marauders as well. So, oh boy, Bratok is getting ready for one big push here. It's going to be on Nightmare to try and scout and figure out what the hell is going on. I imagine he's going to be setting up some units outside of the natural to try and get an eye on the move out if there was one. But we'll see what kind of tech structure gets thrown down, whether it's going to be a Stargate, a Robo, or a Twilight Council for Nightmare.
I will have to believe your word on it because my stream is struggling.
No, yeah, my stream's struggling
okay,
too. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, not good, but
I mean, that doesn't take away from anything that I said.
okay, okay.
So yeah, I'm really curious as to what Nightmare's kind of tech opener is going to be, because that will impact whether or not he can actually defend against his 3 racks.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. But it's gonna be a while before it gets to that. Because I mean, yeah.
Oh, he's going for 4. He's
4?
just
Okay.
yeah, he's yeah. It's
Okay.
just throw it all in. All of it's all in, Papi. It's all in. 5. What?
I mean, look.
Can he efficiently produce from 5 Raxes?
Look,
Off
man,
of 1 base?
man with gun is pretty good, okay?
I don't think that's efficient. I don't think he can. I guess without reactors. I guess without any add-ons, sure.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's getting any.
Yeah, if he doesn't want to make reactors, then I guess so.
But why not?
Kind of.
Why would you not want reactors, though?
Because he just wants non-stop marine production. And here we
I
go.
guess.
The first 2 marauders are moving out across the map. This is designed to catch the first gateway unit if it was in the middle of the map. But it looks like he's not going to find it. He's actually going to just go all the way. I don't know if I like that he's going to be revealing this so soon.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, Nightmare has an eye on the base anyway, so he knows that something is up. And now he will see the marauders, and the concussive shells should be finished, right?
Yeah, Braddock, it is finished, and he was banking, he was hoping that maybe there was no shield battery. If there wasn't a shield battery, he would have killed those units. But because there was, now Nightmare knows, and now he can choose, and he is going for a robot opener, so he's going to be making Immortals defensively.
Yeah, pairs of them already on the way. As Braddock is still massing up Marines, it's just Marines. More Marines.
Yeah, more Marines, more man with gun. Oh boy, so yeah, Nightmare did make the correct choice. Robot openers are the safest way to open in TVP. We have 3 shield batteries, we have a 4th shield battery as well. The boys are being pulled. Braddock is Giga all in, and Nightmare knows it. He knows that all he has to do is defend.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't exactly see the move out and the pull SCVs, but he did see the Marines going down the ramp. So he will be prepared. He has a lot of shield batteries ready. He has the sentries. He's building up a bit of a wall as well. But we'll see how this defense goes.
Honestly, these sentries are going to be pretty important. The force fields have to be on point here because we have so much DPS available for Braddock. We also have all those SCVs that you mentioned earlier. A second Immortal is about to pop in. Here we go. Braddock's going in.
A nice split on the army, but it will be able to surround. The SCVs are already on the Stalkers, but the shield batteries should keep them alive.
Yeah, the overcharge is too good. Every SCV is going to go down. The Marines aren't able to do too much. A couple of SCVs actually make it into the main base, so there's like worker on worker action going on there, and here we go. Now we see the armies collide.
Yeah, but shield batteries are still up, and the Marines are just going down. GG is called. Nightmare takes the first game.
GG gets called. Braddock coming in with something prepared, something special. A 1 base 5 racks out of Braddock, out of Braddock. Unfortunately, Nightmare sussed out that something was wrong and was very well prepared for it.
Yeah,
even
definitely.
if the stream wasn't.
Yeah, the stream definitely wasn't. The stream was just lost its mind when it saw all these racks. It didn't know how to process.
It couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle all the Raxes, and I don't think Braddock's economy could either. Yeah, now we're going to be getting into game number 2, and I expect more of the same. I expect Nightmare to be the defender. I expect Braddock to do something different, whether it's a 1 base all-in, whether it's a proxy, or a 2 base timing, something aggressive from the Terran.
Would you do a 1 base all-in on Ancient Cistern, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Because I feel like 1 base all-ins, because like typically they are so, I don't know how to put it, but like they typically rely on you running to the other side of the map. I don't know how effective it will be on a bigger map.
Yeah, it's all about keeping it hidden though, and it's all about catching your opponent off guard. So sometimes cheesing on a large map is sometimes better because of that. Hoping that your opponent doesn't scout. The problem is that because of what happened in game 1, Nightmare is going to be so paranoid. He's going to be scouting everywhere. That's the thing, right? Like, so it is going to be that much, like he's on notice now. It's going to be that much harder to kind of pull a fast one on him.
Yeah. I'm wondering actually if it's better to do this in game 1 or game 2, but there's no time because we are already in game and this blue Protoss representing ABYDOS, it is Nightmare.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner on Ancient Sister and representing Team Starcom, Brat. Okay.
Okay, it's okay.
Brat. And, yeah, we'll see what Braddock has in store for us here in the next game. Something I haven't seen before is 1 base 5 racks. So I'm ready to be wowed. I'm ready.
And Nightmare sent this pro very early just to mess with the build here of Braddock, and wow, even like misplacing the racks because of it.
He's a bully.
Yeah. It was like, oh, you would to 1 base me, huh? We'll see about that.
Yeah, it does force the racks to be a little bit misplaced here. This probe is so annoying. Can he get an SCV kill? Oh boy.
He very could, to be fair. He was close.
He has to be careful. He has to be very careful here against this pesky probe. Of course, probes are insane because they can regenerate their shields and then they can fight again. And then regen their shields and fight again. And regen and fight again. So you have to be very careful with your SCV control to make sure you don't lose it. As we're actually making a zealot across the map.
Yeah. Why?
Nightmare, he's feeling feisty. It's not just this probe. Okay, there we go. He does cancel the Zelda. It looks like he was just being safe. Safe. Oh!
I mean, he also got the SCV, but the base does go down. And I mean, at the very least, Nightmare does see it, so he's safe to proceed. There will be no 5 racks, 1 base this time. Maybe.
Yeah, we have a natural. The probe barely gets out as well on 1 HP. 1 HP probe.
Yeah, literal 1. There is another one that will switch it now, apparently, as it's also gonna be going across the map. It's gonna look at the logos.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Rio and Trio.
What do you think the Rio is? The Rio company?
The logo looks like a game. It looks like a video game. Like it's like almost like medieval looking. Like the font. The font of Rio. Yeah. Or like fantasy. Medieval fantasy.
Sure.
But really, it's a plane ticket to Rio.
Plane ticket to Rio, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, there we go. As we see Braddock going for a proxy. Hellions, we did have an add-on swap in the main base. Hellions are being made, and he's going to be going for a Hellion drop into the main of Nightmare.
Yeah, denying that scout from Nightmare, that will not be going up, but it does see that factory, so he knows that the Hellions will be probably coming.
Yeah, he's aware of the Hellions at least, but it is not strange to like make 2 Hellions and Widowmines behind it. Regardless, he should be getting ready back at home. Stalkers are going to be getting in position. We do see it's a Twilight Council opener this time from Nightmare and not a Robo.
Yeah, Twilight Council opener with Blink already on the way, but he does find the those Hellions in the middle of the map, so he may be suspecting something, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there we go. Nightmare is getting vision in his main base just in case a drop does come his way, so he's preparing himself for that. Meanwhile, we do have Widowmines being made after these Hellions, so I assumed it was going to be for a Hellion drop, but it looks like he's going to be going for a Hellion run-by and a Widowmine drop.
Yeah, it looks like at the same time to distract Nightmare. To be fair, I don't know if this was the plan from the beginning or this is just something you came up with now, but yeah, it's a fake out. It's just a fake drop.
Oh, okay. Braddock being a little bit cheeky here. He's going to be showing off the drop, hoping for a reaction. And here we go. The Hellions are going into the natural.
Yeah, but there is a wall. The probe was there and nothing happened.
Nothing happens. Braddock is deflected. We do see a Liberator on the way as a follow-up. And the mine did burrow in the middle of the map. So, yeah, unfortunately, Braddock hasn't really been able to do too much right now. He can still go for the drop if he wants to, and it looks like he will try to.
Yeah, at the very least, we'll ferry the Hellions around for a bit. And at the same time, the Liberator should be coming to the main base soon, but it is taking that roundabout route to make sure no probes are being in the way.
Yeah, it's going to be skirting the edge of the map, looking to hit at the same time to try and pull Nightmare's attention apart and deal damage somewhere. So here we go. Braddock is going to be going for that. Meanwhile, Blink is done, and Nightmare is now being active on the map with his stalkers. He's fanning out. He's looking for some units. Oh, Widowman shot did connect with that Prism. The Prism very low.
Yeah, not enough to take it down, but enough to deal a lot of damage to it, and now it will mostly have to hide on the backline.
Exactly. Here we go. The drop is coming in towards the natural. The Liberator into the main base. Can Nightmare keep up with the aggression of Braddock? Up!
We see, I mean, he finds the drop in the natural. The drop is instantly denied, but the Liberator should be in there.
Oh my god, Nightmare is all over this. The medevac goes down, the Hellions do 0 damage, and the Liberator does 0 damage.
Yeah, at the same time, the Prism is ready to get into the main base, and there is no defense waiting for it, so the Stalkers will just be able to unload.
Yeah, but again, this Prism is weakened, and Nightmare has to respect the army of Braddock. He is going to back off in the end. Oh, Braddock, his opener kind of fell on his face, and now he is on the back foot. Losing a medevac and a Liberator like that is huge, but he's focusing on his next step, and that is going to be a +1 stim timing with tanks.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, and at the same time, Nightmare is getting charged, he's getting his army ready, he's getting Templar Archives, so there may potentially be Storm soon as well. But for the time being, it's just Stalkers marching across the map.
Yeah, we're even rushing into that Storm, so we will have some splash damage available. I believe Storm will be done by the time anything moves out across the map, and Nightmare is just going to assert himself. Ooh. He blinks on forward. The tanks are on siege!
Yeah, just blinks straight on top of the tanks. It snipes both of them. There's one more coming down the ramp, but it won't be sniped yet, I guess.
That was brutal. To pick off 2 tanks like that. If Braddock did want to hit a bit of a timing with his army, with his tank count, I believe he has 4 tanks, or he would have had 4 tanks. Now that's cut in half. Now he's kind of stuck.
Yeah, and there's even a spotter Starcom going to the north of the map, and it may see the drop, but I don't think it will catch it. It's so close.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the starport is going to be going down. Liberator will barely be able to get out in time. Meanwhile, the drop is coming across the map here, and it looks like, it is spotted by this pylon.
Yeah, so it will be stopped, but at the same time, Braddock just moves out. Nightmare is forced to recall his forces, and he will have to consolidate his army.
Yeah, we'll have to. Meanwhile, I believe we don't have a 3rd CC from Braddock. Oh, he wasted a stim as well. He was trying to catch those Stalkers, but he wasn't able to. At the same time, that Prism from earlier comes back into the main.
Yeah, the Zealots cut a few SCVs, but also a lot of the bio, but at the same time, Braddock is already halfway across the map, but Nightmare does spot the move out with his Adept.
We have Storm. We gotta respect the Storm. We cannot push up this ramp. Oh boy, and because of that, Braddock is stopped in his tracks. He does have 3 tanks with his army, but here's the Storm!
He's trying to get it. He wants to get it on top of the ramp.
Yeah, we do see 1 tank volley going off on those units, but the shield battery is able to top them up. There is that Storm that we're waiting for. The 2nd Storm as well.
Hey, that was only a small chunk of the bio army, but still a nice storm to deal with it. The warp is finally goes down as the tanks fall to the Zealots.
Yeah, the tanks do fall to the Zealots. The High Templar are going to be dropping on the army with all those storms. And sure, not a lot of Marines are caught in them, but there's just not a lot of Marines.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of Marines anymore. And GG is called. Nightmare will take the series 2-0.
GG. Nightmare looking so on point with dealing with that harass. There's a reason why he just shut down Special in that show match, in that best of 7. Likewise, we can see here his PVT is on fire, and yeah, this is well, I mean, ABYDOS, they take the series.
Yeah,
4-0.
Straight up 4-0. I'm thinking, is this the fastest result we've had in Code A so far?
I think so.
Yeah, all the other matches were sorry, Basilisk was 5-1 versus Platinum Heroes. It was the other one.
We've had some one-sided series before, but yeah, ABYDOS asserting themselves here. They will not make the same, or they will not repeat the actions of Mystery Gaming. ABYDOS are the favorites for a reason, and they are going to be powering on through here. And now the next matchup is going to be Creator versus Kaz.
Yeah, I am curious if like what's the earliest match Creator and Kaz played versus each other? Because both of them have been here for a while.
True, they have to have played before. I imagine so. But when was the last time they played? I'm gonna guess like Heart of the Swarm. That's what I'm guessing.
No, I don't. No, it can't be.
You think they played in Legacy of the Void?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Kaz has been very active lately.
Yeah. Maybe in an OSC event. Sure.
Yeah, like something
I can see that. All right. I have checked. The last time they played was in 2018. Technically, Legacy of the Void.
Yeah, exactly.
Before that, it was 2012. Wings of Liberty. So they actually never played in Heart of the Swarm. They missed each other.
Wait, 2012 is Heart of the Swarm. Oh no, it's Wings. It's still Wings.
That's Wings. That's Wings. Heart of the Swarm is 2013.
Sorry, yeah. It's still Wings. So they skipped the Zerg expansion. Okay.
They did. So it has been 5 years. It's been 5 years since Creator and Kaza played against each other. That's crazy. That's actually crazy when you think about that. 5 years.
I find it hard to believe, honestly.
Yeah, believe it. It was OSC All Stars 61. It was on the August 11th, 2018. Damn. 5 years ago.
Okay, what does Aligulak say about this?
Not sure. What does that Aligulak say? As we're getting into this, and spotting in the top right-hand corner of altitude, we have representing ABYDOS, Creator.
And the bottom left corner of the map in the red, we have representing Steam Starcom. It is Kaz.
And Kaz already moving out with a bit of a cheeky SCV. SCV scouts are not the most common thing in TVP, I'll be honest. And yeah, he's going on a mission, going on a journey.
Yeah, a journey to the east side of the map.
Do you think Kaz is crazy? I've casted Kaz recently. We've been casting Kaz a lot more recently. We have a Rax out there in the middle of nowhere, no man's land. Do you think he's gonna proxy the factory?
No. Is he? No, I'm saying actually no. You know what? It can be a factory. Yeah, sure.
This is I wouldn't be surprised if we see a proxy 1-1-1. I mean, we'll see. It's crazy. It's just the Rax is so far away.
Yeah,
it's
like
so far away.
In that spot, it only makes sense if you made like a starport, but you still need a factory for that. So yeah, I could see 1-1-1.
All right. We got a Reaper on the way. Okay, we're just getting a proxy Reaper. Okay, never mind. I was getting excited.
I was getting excited. Reaper?
Yeah. So this is kind of weird. So usually when you proxy Reaper like this, you also the SCV that builds the racks also goes into the natural to build a bunker. That's usually the purpose, like a bunker behind the mineral line. You've seen it before, right? Where you have the bunker behind the mineral line just to deny mining. That's usually what you do with this, but the building SCV of the racks went back home instead. So it's very uncommitted here from Kaz.
Yeah, it's just a Reaper, you know. They didn't want to go throughout the entire map. I mean, it's cold, it's snowing, so you know, just build the racks a bit closer.
Yeah, and he's gonna be able to get one. Oh, can he get one? Can he get one? He wants it. Ooh. One per. And he is committing even further because he took 2 gases. We have a tech lab, we have Proxy Marauder, but this is still so far out.
It is. It actually is. And I think that's...
And there it is! This! He proxied another building.
Yeah. See, this is what I said. Like, this looks like a spot for a starport. But yeah, I guess it is going for that after all.
Yeah. So I assumed it was going to be a proxy 1-1-1. It was a proxy 1 space 1. Like the factory wasn't proxied, but the racks and the starport was.
We need still more on this. What is this called?
How does the math work? It's proxy 1, not 1-1.
Meanwhile, creators like, This build seems weird. You know what? I think the best response is to proxy.
Yeah, Proxy Robo is honestly going to be pretty powerful. I mean, what's important is that he won't have any immortals back at home if he was to make immortals. So this is going to get really weird. This is going to get really
I mean,
crazy.
to be fair, as we said, like the ABYDOS already won the match, so might as well go
True.
for something more risky.
True. Have fun, Papi. Have fun. And here we go. We're going for a Marauder drop into the main base. Hellions are going to be threatening the natural as well. Kaz is going to be coming in from multiple angles. And, yeah. What do we have at home to defend? Not the Immortal. I can tell you that
adept?
for sure.
Just an adept.
Oh, there's 3 Stalkers. There's 3 Stalkers.
Yeah, but they're busy
And
on the
there's
front because they're Hellions.
Well, the Stalkers do come to the front lines. They're going to be focusing down the medevac. A pylon is going to be going down. The Hellions are going for the mineral line.
Yeah, they slip by the Stalkers and they're going for the probes. 5 of them already falling down. 1 of them is still alive, but the Hellions are dealing all the damage.
Oh my god. 10 workers are going to be going down. This is well worth it. 11 workers as well. The economy of Creator is in shambles, but he does have an Immortal across the map. Like, he can go for his own counter all in.
Yeah, the job, very importantly, the job killed the pylon, so the shield battery was actually unpowered for most of that fight. But now the Immortal is on the other side of the map, but the tank is almost finished.
Yeah, the tank is out, the tank siege is up, and the Immortal is going to be able to bust down this wall out of range of the tank. No, it's barely in range. Oof.
Yeah, the SCVs are being pulled. Ooh, this Immortal is taking a lot of damage. This is very risky.
It is very risky indeed. The tank is looking to reposition to get in range of the Immortal. The Depot is going to be going down, but the Immortal takes another hit.
Yeah, the Immortal takes another hit, but it just walks into the base, and the Stalkers are now there, and they are killing off the SCVs. The 2 tanks are out though, and Kaz takes the game.
The repair is too damn good. Kaz, he's able to just fight back here for Team Starcom and take game number 1 in a crazy game.
Yeah, and very, very interesting approach to the game, definitely. But as I said, I feel like it's really nice that like he prepared that job exactly as the Hellions were getting in, and he did manage to snipe that pylon. So there was actually no shield batteries active.
No shield batteries, no additional warp in here from Creator either, because that was his production. Again, ABYDOS still wins the series, but for Kaz to take game 1 against Creator, that is a great win under his belt. They haven't played in 5 years, and when they did play, Creator did kind of stomp him. So for him to take game 1 here, it's a great throwback, great revenge story. Can he make it a 2-0?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. What if Creator throws in something cheeky this time?
I don't think he will. I think
he will. No, knowing him, he's gonna play very properly.
No, I think he's smudging right now.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, his team has already won, but his pride is still on the line, and he doesn't want to lose here 2-0 to Kaz. No disrespect to Kaz, but Creator is one of the best Protoss in the world, and yeah, this is getting interesting.
Jeez. They're not gonna do. I mean, I could see Kaz doing something crazy again, but I guess we'll find 100%. Out soon.
100%, mate, 100%. Creator, unfortunately, trying to be a little bit fancy, trying to go for his own counter proxy did hurt him in the end. And Kaz just so on point with his execution of that build, but in the bottom right-hand corner of Grass Farm, representing ABYDOS, it is Creator.
And in the top left corner, representing Team Starcom, it is Kaz. Why do I always stumble on Team Starcom? It's not even difficult.
And we'll see how this turns out here. Creator already throwing down his first pylon on the low ground as a part of a wall. Meanwhile, Kaz has kept his SCVs at home.
Yeah, this time no proxies on the map. But, I mean, it can still be something tricky, so we'll have to wait and see about that. Creator is making sure he's scouting the surroundings of his base, just in case.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And we'll see how this all turns out here. I mean, We do see Creator just scouting. He's so paranoid.
I mean, as
He's,
you should be.
yeah, as he should be. He's scouring everywhere here for any kind of proxy, for anything crazy to come out. Oh, so we will see what he ends up finding as yeah, other than that, pretty standard opener from Creator.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And we have a fairly standard opener from Kaz as well, going for the Reaper, going for his natural base now, and yeah, I guess we're gonna have a proper game for the time being.
Yeah, we are going to be getting into a quote-unquote proper game. I mean, the thing about TVP is that Terran can be hyper aggressive. They can go for very different, a very wide array of two base all-ins, and that's kind of what I expect to be seeing. I mean, to be fair, if I'm Kaz, he already took one game. He already did it, you know, like he already did what he needed to do. He doesn't have to try to go for the 2-0. If he wants to, he could be like, you know what, I took a game. Let's just play macro and let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Sure. Why not? May as well, look. If nothing else, may as well get some practice versus like really high skilled players, right?
Yeah, definitely. It is always good to get that practice. As we see Creator going for a Stargate opener, so he's going to be mixing things up. As you were saying before, Stargate openers are very standard, especially if he does go for a Phoenix opener. Meanwhile, back across the map, nothing too crazy either.
He lost 2 probes. The Reaper actually did kill 2 probes. Or 1 at least.
Yeah, the Reaper popping off. Meanwhile, the Adept got across the map just in time. Can he deny the other SCV? Up! Ooh, he will not. Delays the CC for a little bit, but it will finish.
Yeah, it did finish. I think he actually did hit the SCV in the end, but it hit in the CC for just a second. But yeah, in the end it does fall down, but the CC is not delayed much longer as the Oracle is now underway.
Yeah, and I think this shows us that Creator wants to be he wants to redeem himself here. He's harassing here with 2 Adepts on the front lines. He's going for an Oracle as well to go into the main base. Do you see the Hellion does snipe the Adept though? So actually done by Kaz.
Yeah, there is a second one though already to help out this one, and the Marines are falling down. The Hellion will be moving to the other side of the map, but this harassment may be actually becoming a trouble.
Yeah, exactly. A couple too many Marines go down. We have 0 mining at the natural. These Adepts from Creator are doing such a great job at just harassing. The Hellion goes across the map, but the Oracle was waiting for it.
The Hellion got deleted. It was actually funny.
Smudge for that Hellion as yeah, once again a couple more SVs are going to be going down here. Creator finally forced to back off because the Marine count's getting quite high and he doesn't want to throw away his Adepts. Meanwhile, we do have a 1-1-1 setup. The Adepts get into the main.
Yeah, they take a look at the buildings. They don't finish the shade, but at least they are able to get a nice scout. And they will try to get in again.
Oh, yeah, the Adepts do confirm the Marine count here. We do have a 3 Rex follow-up to the 1-1-1. Very standard in TVP. We even have a Raven as well. The Raven quite useful to support the army, whether it's to disable Colossi or to even throw down a couple of auto turrets as well. Oh, boy. Yeah, pretty solid setup from Kaz. Just unfortunate lost mining time at the natural.
Yeah, definitely. These Adepts keep shading, keep an eye on Kaz and what he's doing with his Marines. At the same time, Blink is on the way, and I guess we'll see which player will take the initiative.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that the Stargate was literally only for 1 Oracle, and he didn't even send the Oracle across the map either.
Yeah.
He just has it defensively back at home for like Revelations and just to support. So very safe play from Creator.
Yeah, indeed, but it looks like now is the time for him to move out with the units that he has, and he will be coming across the map. He keeps checking on Kaz with those 2 Adepts, so he knows quite well what he's going up against. But it's not a big army, so we'll see how it goes.
Oh, we shall see as the Oracle just throws down a couple more stasis traps here and there. Do see a drop coming out across the map towards the southern portion of the map. Creator is trying to rush into Colossus. He does have the Bay. We have an Immortal on the way just to be safe, and we should be seeing Colossus production started as soon as that Immortal's done.
Ooh, very nice Blink straight into the main, and he will deny this steam.
Oh, that's a huge pick off. Stim is denied. Can he get combat shields as well? Oh, one more volley.
He's focusing. There are no SCVs to repair, and he will take down that as well, and the Raven as well.
Oh my god, the Raven, Stim, and Combat Shield all get sniped. Massive pickoffs. At the same time, it looks like those two adepts did get into into the natural base. 5 SCVs went down. We have a recall, and we defend.
Yeah, that drop was a little bit too late, I feel like, because Creator now has the time to recall, and it's defended with absolutely no damage done.
Yeah, exactly. And the timing that Kaz wanted to hit is non-existent at this point. No, the drop! No! Oh.
It survives. Barely, but it survives.
Barely survives. But again, like, delaying Stim by this long is just almost game-ending damage. Like, Stim is such an important upgrade here, and Creator, he's already moving out across the map. He's already, like, working on his Colossi.
Yeah, now the drop cannot even get into the main base. There are only Stalkers here in this army. Ooh, even getting that Widow Mine.
Yeah, he's gonna get both Widow Mines as well. Kaz is falling apart at the seams at this point. We can once again blink into the main base. We do have another Widow Mine.
Yeah, nice blink micro there on that Widow Mine. It does survive though, so won't be sniped this time, but Oracle survives, and it will be useful for later. You know, when the drop finally comes back home.
Yeah, it does finally make it back home. Oh, Greedy wants it! He wants it! It's the full! Oh my god!
No, they went back home! They went back home!
They made it! They made it to their kids and their wives and children.
It's like the ship sinking in the dock. It's like they made it across the sea and they sank anyway.
No.
Ooh, half of the army getting caught up in the stasis actually.
Yeah, they do get caught in the stasis trap, and this is going to mean the Creator can take a bit of a fight here. He's just going to look to bait out that Widow Mine. But again, Kaz, things are just not going well for him in this game. The Colossus are out. Extended Thermal Lens is done. A charge on the way. Oh! Ooh, nice
that Oracle does get sniped by the Widow Mine eventually. But now Creator is the army. Now he has 3 Colossi, he has the Thermal Lance, he's working on charge, it's about to be finished. And what does Kaz has in response? He's working on Ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to be going for a 2-base all-in here. He's got Vikings, Ghosts, Widow Mines. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls the boys as well, just to try to end it. This is a very delayed push because of what happened with Stim and Combat Shields earlier, but it's a push nonetheless. He's sending everything across the map. He does have an army supply advantage right now, so this is an army to be respected.
These armies may pass each other. Oh no, actually the Spotter Zealot gives it away, so they may be just fighting in the middle of the map.
Yeah, nice target finding there on that Ghost. Meanwhile, the boys have been pulled here for Kaz. He is all in with this 2-base push. It has to end the game one way or another.
Yeah, but the army of Creator is here. It's not very big army though, so we'll see how this goes. The Widow Mines will definitely help with the Zealots, but there are still the Colossus there.
Oh, we do have some decent EPs. We have an overcharge to help deal with that. Widow Mine shots are going to be going off, but oh, they do connect with the Prism.
Yeah, they do. It's safe with the shield batteries, but it did take a lot of damage, and now there's a minefield in front of Creator's base.
Oh, I love this. We're pulling the boys as well because Creator knows that he can. He probably should as well because his opponent is all in. And here we go. The Widow Mine shots are going to be going off, mainly taking down the probes.
Yeah, a lot of workers falling on both sides. There's a single Phoenix actually here helping with the medivacs. But it's they going down to the Widow Mines. But now the Robo Army cleans it up and GG is called. Creator takes the game.
GG, well played. Creator redeems himself here in game number 2 and does take it for his team. I don't know if you saw there, but there was a really cute, cheeky micro from Creator. He was juggling with his Prism, you know, whatever units he could, just to preserve them that much more. But the power of 3 Colossus is too much. Creator just all over Kaz in game 2. But you know what? Kaz took game 1. That's all that matters.
Yeah, he did. It was a 1-1, so very nice score there for Kaz. And I guess that also means that Starcom won't go like down to 0. It's 5-1.
Yeah, there you go. They go down 5-1. My condolences to Team Starcom as they are going to be eliminated. Um, they are going to be eliminated from WTL, which is again a little bit smurge. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But alas, ABYDOS does advance on into the next round. And if I'm not mistaken, does that mean that it's Platinum Heroes versus ABYDOS?
Oh no, it may be. Hold on. No, it's not, because this is the lower bracket, so they are waiting for the matches in upper bracket to finish.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
ABYDOS will be playing either Basilisk or Invictus Gaming.
Okay. So they are going to be facing either one or the other of those two teams. And there we go. We have the bracket shown on the screen right now. Oh boy, Platinum Heroes though, having a major upset. They could make it into Codes. It's going to be close. For those who don't know, top 5 teams qualify for Codes, and we are down to 6.
Yeah, so one more will be eliminated, and we will find out in the next days. But tomorrow is the upper bracket stage, so we'll have Basilisk versus Invictus Gaming and Berserker Esports versus Starlight Twinkle.
Oh boy, exactly. So if you want some more WTL action, it is going to be tomorrow. We will most likely not be casting it tomorrow, though. It's a little bit smudged. You know, there's some really good games going on there. I would love to cast, especially Berserker Esports versus Starlight Twinkle. Maybe we can catch the tail end of that. We'll see. The reason why we won't be able to cast it tomorrow is because we are returning with one of our tournaments.
Yeah, the Sparking Tuna Cup will be returning, so I hope to see you everybody there, because it is open to all players of all levels, so anybody that has an account can play. And we will be casting that, of course, and I hope to see you there.
There you go. So yeah, Sparking Tuna Cup is going to be tomorrow in less than 24 hours, so we will be focusing on running and casting that. Once Sparking Tuna Cup wraps up, we may join Berserker Esports versus Starlight Twinkle. We will not be able to catch Basilisk versus Invictus Gaming, though. I know that for certain. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, a lot of StarCraft to be casted, a lot going on tomorrow. Be sure you're a part of it. If you don't know what Sparking Tuna Cup is, it is our open tournament for all regions, for all players, for all shapes and sizes. It has been on a hiatus for quite some time, but it is returning. And if you want to support it, it's you can via Patreon.
All the tournaments that we are hosting are funded via Patreon. So if you want to support them and potentially make them bigger and better, then make sure to check out our Patreon.
There you go! !Patreon in the chat. Meanwhile, we didn't get to mention it earlier, but massive shout out to Blaker Dudes in the chat as well. He did gift 100 bits earlier, towards the end of the last series. So
he gave 100 bits to pay respects to Mystery Gaming.
Yeah,
it's the RIP emote.
Yeah, for the RIP, smurge. So respects to Mystery Gaming. Thank you for the 100 bits. We appreciate it. And yeah, if you want to tune into some more of the CranKy Duckling action, again, we're going to be live tomorrow. My apologies. As I quickly just double check here. Sorry, I was thinking there was another cast. So yeah, so tomorrow we're going to be live with Sparking Tuna Cup. And if you want to be notified, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We have a YouTube channel. We have a Discord server as well. We're all over the place, so you can follow us on all things Duckling for when we go live with our stream.
Yeah. So make sure to check it out, because there will be a lot of streams coming. And if you think that this week is packed, then just wait, because we are starting the ESL qualifiers soon.
Yeah, the ESL. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 weeks away from the ESL qualifier. Oh, no, sorry, that's the ESL main event. The qualifiers are in
next week.
Just over a week. Yeah, just over a week. Oh, boy.
Yeah, all the qualifiers are over the next weekend, basically. They start on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, so we're going to be covering every single qualifier we can. We're going to be doing as much as possible. So if you want to tune in, follow the Ducklings. And with that, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Kuro, where can people find more of you?
If you want to find more of me, then make sure to join the CranKy Ducklings Discord, because I've spent most of the past few weeks doing Duckling stuff. Seriously. I don't even have time for my own stream. But if you do want to catch me stream, I will be at twitch.tv/16squadsanseki, and I will also tweet about it at twittercom/16squads. So make sure to follow those if you want to be notified. But in the meantime, you can check out Light playing Diablo.
Yeah, you can follow me at light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. I did stream some ladder today, Diablo yesterday, and I really do want to sink my teeth into Diablo. I don't know if I can. Maybe I can stream tomorrow before Sparkling Tuna Cup. Because we're casting so much over the next week, I don't know how much time I have to stream, but hopefully we can get some sessions in. And yeah, other than that, of course, CranKy Ducklings. We're live here all the time with plenty of StarCraft action. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Kuro, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the night?
Eat your vegetables.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.